Hey guys, Joshua Peterson with Peterson Electric. Third video to this. I'm trying to keep them short and sweet. People get really pissed off at me and always say something to me about that. So we'll just cut up the videos, and if you have a long attention span, then I guess you just watch. This was again about a trailer for a mechanic shop that just want to basically fire up one machine at a time as they need it. Over there, do their battery charging off of their toolbox and have some light in at night, especially in January when we get dark here in Colorado at about 4:30. So I want to show you real quick. Now the simple thing all I did is put a bonding jumper from here to here. Now is that the best way to do it? Yeah, probably not. I could simply put on an inter-system bonding bridge bar right there per 250-93. I could take out a ground wire to there for my grounding conductor and my grounded conductor here to there, and come through here a bushing and bond them together if you want that to look a little bit nicer. Or I could simply put a 3-port on here and order a 5-port or put a wire nut in. The point I want to show you today is this is why you establish your bonding jumper. As you could see earlier, we had 124 to 124 here. We had 43 volts from here to ground. Now watch this. I come in my port. Again, that's why I love these ports. Come in my port. Look at what I'm reading now. 124 volts to ground. So that is establishing that there's no equal potential difference on our ground rod out there, as well as our grounded bonded conductor going to, really your first point of disconnect is now this generator. This is going to be in your code book, and I'll go through the codes on that here in a minute, but this is going to be underneath your generators, how you have to bond your generator to what you're using. So when we were on a job up on a ski mountain in Squaw Pass in my apprenticeship about 14 years ago, we had to rent a couple generators, and they were about 25 kVA portable diesels that they drove in there for power. We established a ground rod, which was not too easy to drive when you're dealing with a mountaintop up there at the top of Evergreen. And then we also had to bond according to code and establish 250-64 for grounding that generator to bond it to earth. And then they had its own bonding jumper built into that. Now this doesn't have its bonding jumper built in, of course, because they didn't bond the neutral and the ground at the generator. You're establishing it here. So by the time I'm all said and done, as you can see how this is, we will cap this up, put these connectors inside of here, which they'll fit just fine in a 4 deep. You could put a 4 11/16 and you're good to go. Anything bigger would establish probably a bigger box, and we could take that apart, put a larger box in there. But anyways, I wanted to show you kind of in a nutshell how you establish that bonding jumper inside of that box to allow a generator to run a separate storage facility that they later can move and establish another ground rod. The next video I'll talk about code about this. It'll be 4 videos in part, and that should be it. Thanks guys.